Imagine walking through the luxurious halls of Solomon's palace, where every detail is adorned with gold and every decision echoes timeless wisdom. The man who ruled Israel during its most prosperous period had something that set him apart: the ability to transform knowledge into action, to convert wisdom into wealth. He didn't accumulate fortune by chance. Every choice was guided by principles that transcend eras and continue to impact lives today. But did you know that many of Solomon's financial secrets remain ignored? Few people apply these lessons to their lives, missing the opportunity to experience a complete transformation in how they handle money, resources, and opportunities. Today, I want to share with you 4 principles that Solomon lived intensely. Principles so practical and powerful that, when put into practice, they can radically change your financial life and mindset. Grab a pen, take note of these ideas, and prepare for a deep dive into wisdom that has spanned millennia. 1. Diversify your resources. Divide what you have into 7, even into 8 parts. In the book of Ecclesiastes 11:2, Solomon says, "Divide what you have into 7, even into 8, for you do not know what disaster may come upon the land." Here he presents one of the most visionary principles in economic history: diversification. Solomon deeply understood the uncertainty of life. He knew that concentrating all resources in one source was a recipe for disaster. That's why he taught the importance of spreading risks, creating multiple ways to ensure financial security. At the time, this meant investing in different areas such as agriculture, livestock, and the lucrative trade with other nations. How to apply this today? Invest in different asset classes. In addition to saving for emergencies, distribute your investments across areas like stocks, real estate funds, treasury bonds, and even cryptocurrencies. This helps protect your wealth from losses in a specific sector. Build multiple income streams. Relying on just one job or income source can be risky. Look for ways to create new earnings, such as freelancing, a small business, or renting out assets you own. Think long-term. It's not just about protecting yourself from crises. Diversification is also a strategy to increase your growth potential over time. When you distribute your resources wisely, you create a shield against the unexpected. Solomon didn't accumulate wealth randomly. He built a safety net that ensured his prosperity even in the face of adversity. 2. Work with discipline and planning. The plans of the diligent lead to abundance. Solomon knew that prosperity is not the result of luck, but of consistent and well-planned actions. He wrote in Proverbs 21:5, "The plans of the diligent lead to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty." This verse highlights 2 crucial points: the importance of planning and the danger of seeking shortcuts. For Solomon, diligent work was not just about physical effort, but also about the ability to think strategically and execute patiently. He understood that those who act impulsively or without structure are doomed to repeat mistakes. How to apply this today? Set clear and measurable goals. What do you want to achieve in 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years? Break these goals into smaller, realistic steps. For example, saving 20% of your monthly income could be an initial goal. Develop daily productivity habits. Small actions like reviewing your expenses weekly or setting aside time to learn about investments accumulate significant results over time. Don't rush in pursuit of quick money. Avoid schemes that promise miraculous returns. Focus on building wealth in a stable and sustainable way. Diligence also means persistence. Solomon understood that true progress comes from consistent and well-directed effort. Planning transforms vague dreams into tangible objectives. 3. Seek wisdom before money. With wisdom, a house is built. Solomon had the option to ask God for riches, power, or a long life. Instead, he asked for wisdom. This choice defined his life. He said, "Wisdom is better than gold, and understanding more desirable than silver." Proverbs 16:16. Solomon knew that with wisdom he could achieve all other things, including wealth. For him, wisdom wasn't just a philosophical concept. It was the ability to make intelligent decisions, assess risks, and learn from experiences, both his own and those of others. He understood that money without wisdom is like a ship without a rudder. It will inevitably sink. How to apply this today? Invest in your education. This doesn't just mean formal courses, but also reading books, attending lectures, and seeking quality information about finances, business, and personal skills. Surround yourself with intelligent people. Learn from mentors, colleagues, or even from content by experts who share their experiences. The right connections can change your life. Take time to evaluate your decisions. Before any investment or major purchase, ask questions like, does this align with my goals? What are the risks involved? Wisdom is the most valuable asset you can acquire. It avoids costly mistakes and opens doors to opportunities that no amount of money can buy. Solomon didn't ask for wealth, but obtained it as a consequence of his intelligent choices. 4. Be generous to build lasting wealth. Whoever is generous will prosper. It's counterintuitive, but Solomon taught that generosity is the foundation of true prosperity. In Proverbs 19:17, he states, "Whoever is generous to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will repay him for his deed." For Solomon, giving didn't mean losing, but investing. Investing in people, communities, and a cycle of abundance. He understood that the act of sharing creates connections, strengthens relationships, and attracts unexpected blessings. More than that, generosity teaches you to handle money in a more detached and balanced way. How to apply this today? Donate regularly, whether to a charity, a cause you support, or even someone in need around you. Small gestures make a big difference. Practice generosity at work. Share knowledge, help colleagues, and create an environment where people thrive alongside you. Think about how your money can positively impact the world. It's not just about charity, but about building something greater, a legacy that continues even after you. Generosity doesn't just benefit the recipient, but also transforms the giver. Solomon knew that when you bless others, you create a flow of abundance that inevitably returns to your life. 5. Prioritize integrity as the foundation of true wealth. Better is a little with righteousness. One of Solomon's most profound teachings revolves around the idea that wealth gained without integrity is ultimately meaningless and destructive. He states in Proverbs 16:8, "Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues with injustice." Solomon understood that true wealth isn't measured solely by material possessions, but by the quality of one's character and the impact their wealth has on the world. In a time when corruption and dishonesty could easily yield short-term riches, Solomon's wisdom highlighted the importance of building wealth with a foundation of righteousness. He knew that money obtained through deceit or exploitation brings complications, guilt, and instability, whereas wealth acquired honestly creates peace and legacy. How to apply this today? Make ethical decisions in your career and business. Whether you're an employee, entrepreneur, or investor, prioritize honesty and fairness in all your dealings. Reputation is an asset that cannot be bought but can open countless doors. Resist the temptation of shortcuts. Avoid schemes or opportunities that compromise your values for quick gains. These often lead to unforeseen consequences that negate any benefits. Invest in relationships based on trust. Surround yourself with people who value integrity and hold you accountable to your principles. Collaborating with trustworthy individuals creates long-term stability. Solomon knew that wealth without integrity is like a house built on sand. It may stand for a while, but it will not endure the storms of life. Building a life of prosperity starts with ensuring that your financial journey aligns with your moral compass. Become the Solomon of your life. Now that you know these 4 principles, ask yourself, how can they transform your financial life? Diversifying your resources, working diligently, seeking wisdom, and practicing generosity are more than just advice. They are pillars of a prosperous life. Remember that Solomon didn't become the richest and wisest king of all time by chance. He made conscious decisions and followed principles that you can also apply, no matter where you are today. After all, true wealth begins within you, in your mindset, your choices, and your ability to put into practice what you've learned. The question is, What will you do from now on? The answer to that question will determine the size of the transformation you will experience. Solomon knew that success begins with the decision to act. How about taking the first step today?